Okay, this is, I guess, a follow-up to the other video about my package that I got in. It's a new deck. Or rather, it's actually not that new. It's one of the more or less recent decks that I've designed. But I just got around to buying the cards. Um, I don't know, I call it the Windbinder deck. It revolves around one combo that my friend Ian has been able to pull off very few times, since he only has one of each, one of two cards, or how am I supposed to phrase this? Okay, it revolves around attaching a spellbinder imprinted with a searing wind to, I don't know, something like a shadow, and then attacking and then dealing that 10 damage to me. He only has one searing wind. He only has one spellbinder. But I decided, why not try to make that deck? So, going through the creature list, there's three creatures, three creature types, but there's only two that actually get used. The Inkfathom Infiltrator. It's a 2/1, simple, and it just is unblockable, which really helps me get through and do my spells. And next one, come on, work for me, is the Dimir Infiltrator, which is also unblockable. This deck also revolves around the Transmute ability. However, with him, the Transmute is rather redundant, since the only thing he'd be able to transmute for is other creatures, and there'd be no point to it. Next, the Grazoth. He will not be used. I already have one, and I bought another three. He will not be used. He's used solely for his transmute ability, so his 9 mana cost, and he can transmute for the Searing Winds. That's all the creatures, 4 of each. Going on other spells, there's 4 Spellbinders. There's 4 Searing Winds. There's 4 Beacon of Immortalities. Now, originally I was thinking just, how am I supposed to, what spells am I going to use? I just thought Searing Wind, and then, I'd, fill it up with maybe a couple other burn spells. But I was looking at Instance, and I came across Beacon of Immortality, and that certainly is an interesting effect. I mean, if I did 2 damage each turn and just doubled my life total, I don't know how big it would be able to get up to, but I imagine pretty big. And then Breath of Malfagor, which is another burn spell, but it's really good in multiplayer games, where it'll deal 5 damage to each opponent. I also have 4 Perplex, which double as counter spells, as well as Transmute, to transmute for Spellbinders. And Muddle the Mixtures, which double as counterspells and to transmute for creatures. I also have 4 Dark Rituals. I think there's basically 4 of each of these cards. How many cards is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so there's about 4 of each, but I am thinking of adding another card. Let me throw it in here. Where did it go? It's not in here now. I think it's called Robe of Mirrors. I'm going to stick it in here. But anyway, let me just try to remember from memory. Robe of Mirrors is, it's one blue, it's an enchantment, and it's, enchanted creature is unblockable. Or no. Enchanted creature is, cannot be the target of spells or abilities, because, the Dimir Infiltrator and the Inkfathom Infiltrator are really susceptible to burn spells. So hopefully that enchantment will keep them from getting burned too bad. And I also have the counter spells, I suppose. And then in lands, I just have 10 swamps and 10 islands. No dual lands. I didn't feel like it. But I could always fix the lands to however they need to be fixed. Anyway, so that's my deck. Oh, and if you have any comments about better instance I can use, remember, it's got to be an instant. You You can only imprint instants on here. That's why I chose these three. I want to stick with the Searing Wind because that's what the entire deck is about. It's more nostalgia than anything. I don't want to start messing up the story. And the Beacon of Immortality is pretty good, but if you think there could be something better than Breath of Malfegor, you could always let me know. Or maybe a different other instant. Just let me know whatever instant you think would be good, and I'll try to wheedle it in there if I can. Maybe I'll make a sideboard of instants for other, you know. I mean, obviously counter spells won't work because they'd have to play a spell and. But let me know, okay, and let me know what you think about the deck overall. Bye-bye. Oh, actually, and one more thing, the Robomirs, I'll probably take out maybe like one Muddle the Mixture and one Perplex, or maybe like something like that. I don't know how many Robomirs I bought, but anyway, yeah, so that's it. Bye-bye.